Syrian President Bashar al-Assad flees country as rebels take control of the capital Damascus. Prime Minister to act as the chief of interim government. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus urges Facebook's parent company Meta to investigate the ongoing disinformation campaign against Bangladesh. Envoys of European Union countries to meet Chief Advisor tomorrow to explore new areas of cooperation. Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri to visit Dhaka tomorrow to discuss bilateral trade and issues of mutual concerns. No illegal foreigners will be allowed to stay in Bangladesh, says Home Affairs advisor, urging foreign nationals illegally working in Bangladesh to gain legitimacy. Front organizations of BNP staged march to Indian High Commission in Dhaka and submit memorandum requesting everyone to stay united against Indian aggression. And Bangladesh secure Youth Asia Cup title for second consecutive time, beating India by 59 runs. President and Chief Advisor congratulate Team Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is News at 10 on BTV and BTV World. I'm Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. We just heard the headlines. Let's move on to the details of those and other stories. Viewers, we begin the bulletin with President Assad's ouster in Syria. Reports say Islamist-led rebels declared that they have taken Damascus in a lightning offensive today, forcing President Bashar al-Assad to flee, ending 5 decades of Ba'ath rule in Syria. Residents in the Syrian capital were seen cheering in the streets of Damascus as the rebel factions heralded the departure of tyrant Assad and declared the city of Damascus free. The president's reported departure comes less than 2 weeks since the Islamist Hayat Tahrir al-Shams HTS group launched its campaign challenging more than 5 decades of rule by Assad family. On Telegram, the rebel faction said after 50 years of operation under Ba'ath rule, the 13 years of crimes and tyranny and displacement, we announce today the end of this dark period and the start of a new era for Syria. Prime Minister Mohammad al-Jalali said he was ready to cooperate with any leadership chosen by the Syrian people. The head of the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, Rami Abdel Rahman, told AFP Assad left Syria via Damascus International Airport before the army security forces left the facility. The rebel group said their fighters broke into a jail on the outskirts of the capital, announcing an end of the era of tyranny in the prison of Sednaya, which has become a byword for darkest abuses of the Syrian regime. The rapid developments in Damascus come only hours after HTS said they had captured the strategic city of Homs on the way to the capital. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has asked Meta, the parent company of Facebook, to address the disinformation campaign against Bangladesh being carried out from certain countries to undermine the July-August mass uprising. There is a massive disinformation campaign and we are the sufferers, the Chief Advisor told Meta's Director for Human Rights Policy, Miranda Sissons, when she called on him at the State Guest House Jamuna today. Sissons explained to the Chief Advisor the human rights policy of Meta, saying that they remain alert to prevent anyone from using their platforms to spread disinformation. The Chief Advisor also asked Meta to make its technology more user-friendly for young entrepreneurs. Professor Yunus said the Bangladesh government would remain engaged with Facebook for the benefit of the country's young population. Principal Coordinator of the SDG Affairs, Lamia Murshid, Head of Meta's Public Policy for Bangladesh and Nepal, Ruzan Sarwar, Associate General Counsel of Meta, Nayantara Narayan, and Meta's Head of Misinformation Policy for Asia Pacific, Alice Budisa Trio, were present in the meeting, among others. Lord Mark Malloch-Brown, an advisor of the IMF and the World Bank and a former head of UNDP, called on Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus at the State Guest House Jamuna in Dhaka today. The British Lord thanked Professor Yunus for assuming the leadership of the interim government at a very crucial time in Bangladesh's history, especially at a time when expectations were high. The former British minister also said he would be happy to extend his help for the cause of the Bangladeshi people. The hour-long talks covered wide-ranging issues including the mass uprising in July-August, development issues, the interim government's reform initiatives, the misinformation campaign targeting the student-led movement, healthcare, social business and microcredit. Professor Yunus thanked Lord Malloch-Brown for supporting Bangladesh. He said managing expectations is one of the key challenges of the government. The chief advisor said reform was the key word of the July-August student-led mass uprising, and his government is committed to carrying out major reforms before holding a free and fair election. Newly appointed ambassador of Bulgaria to Bangladesh, Dr. Nikolai Yankov, presented his credentials to President Mohammad Shahabuddin at Bangabhavan this noon. On arrival at Bangabhavan, the new envoy was given guard of honor by a contingent of President Guard Regiment. Welcoming the new ambassador, President Mohammad Shahabuddin said the bilateral relation between Bangladesh and Bulgaria is being expanded gradually after independence. The President stressed on exchange of high-level visits to open up new areas of cooperation and also strengthen relations between the two countries. Highlighting the existing liberal industrial policy and private sector and export-oriented dependent development strategy, President Mohammad Shahabuddin urged the Bulgarian investors to invest in Bangladesh. Later, a briefing, President's press secretary Mohammad Zainal Abidin said that during the meeting, the new ambassador of Bulgaria said his country attaches importance to its relation with Bangladesh. He sought the President's cooperation in discharging his duties. Senior Secretary of the President's Office, Nasimul Goni, Military Secretary, Major General Muhammad Adil Chaudhry, and Foreign Secretary Muhammad Jasimuddin were present. Ambassadors of European Union EU member states will meet Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus tomorrow. Deputy Press Secretary to the Chief Advisor Apurva Jahangir said this while briefing reporters on contemporary issues at the Foreign Service Academy this evening.
বেশ কিছু অ্যাম্বাসেডর ইভেন বাংলাদেশে যারা আছেন তারা সহ যারা দিল্লিতে বেস তারাও বাংলাদেশে আসছেন চিফ অ্যাডভাইজারের সাথে দেখা করার জন্য। এছাড়া ইন্ডিয়ান ফরেন সেক্রেটারির সাথেও চিফ অ্যাডভাইজারের একটা সাক্ষাৎ হতে পারে।
The meeting is seen as an indication of the EU's strong support to Bangladesh and efforts to strengthen high-level cooperation in various strategic areas. During the briefing, the press secretary of the chief advisor Shafiqul Alam answered various questions of the journalists. He invited journalists from neighboring countries to visit Bangladesh to report on the incident.
এসে আপনাদের মতো করে গ্রাউন্ডে থেকে রিপোর্ট করেন। আমরা বিশ্বাস করি যে তারা গ্রাউন্ডে আসলে তারা যেই ধরনের অপতথ্য আমরা ইন্ডিয়ান টিভি এবং ইন্ডিয়ান মিডিয়াগুলোতে দেখছি সেটা অনেকাংশে বিরোধিত হবে। ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে আমাদের লিঙ্গুইস্টিক, হিস্টোরিক্যাল, কালচারাল লিঙ্কেজ আছে। তা আমরা অবশ্যই চাবো যে ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে আমাদের যে সম্পর্কটা সেটা আরো বেটার জায়গায় যাক, যাতে দুই দেশের মানুষই এটার বেনিফিটটা পায়। এবং এট দ্য সেম টাইম আমরা যেটা চাচ্ছি যে ইন্ডিয়ার সাথে আমাদের সম্পর্কটা যত ন্যায্যতা, সমতা এবং একটা মর্যাদাপূর্ণ হয়।
Indian Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri will arrive in Dhaka tomorrow for the Foreign Office Consultation FOC between India and Bangladesh. Bilateral trade issues and other issues of mutual concern are expected to be discussed during the visit. Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tawhid Hussain said this at a discussion titled SAARC, People of South Asia Seek Cooperation, held at the National Press Club in the capital today. SAARC Journalist Forum Bangladesh chapter organized this seminar which brought together experts to discuss regional challenges and opportunities. Stressing the importance of open dialogue among neighbors, Tawhid Hussain said, "If we want to solve problems, we must first acknowledge their existence." He highlighted the qualitative change in Bangladesh-India relations after the political changes in Bangladesh on August 5. Highlighting regional cooperation, the foreign advisor hoped for the resumption of the SAARC Foreign Secretary level talks, which were stalled for a decade. Former FBCCI President Abdullah Awal Mintu, Jatiyo Press Club General Secretary Ayub Bhuiya, Dhaka Union of Journalists President Shahidul Islam and former editor of the New Nation Mustafa Kamal Mojumdar, among others, were present on the occasion. The foreign advisor said that in the last few months, India has suffered more commercially and economically, not Bangladesh. He said it is possible to overcome this by establishing mutual contact. Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed has assured that the judiciary will stand beside people, stressing that strong steps have already been taken for institutional reforms at this crucial juncture. He said this while inaugurating the Citizens Conference 2024 titled People-Centric Reform for Good Governance, Aspirations of Disadvantaged Communities in the capital today. The two-day conference has been organized by Citizens Platform for SDGs Bangladesh with support from the United Nations Development Programme UNDP Bangladesh and the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation. Chaired by Debapriya Bhattacharjee, convener of the Citizens Platform and distinguished fellow at CPD, the opening session was also addressed by speakers including Lamia Murshid, Principal Coordinator for SDG Affairs at the Chief Advisor's Office, Corinne Hanchos-Pignani, Chargé d'Affaires at the Embassy of Switzerland in Bangladesh, and Stephen Lilla, Resident Representative of UNDP Bangladesh. The Chief Justice has stressed the need for starting a new journey of the judiciary and is re-establishing the destroyed values standing on the piles of rubble of this destruction. The Chief Justice also said, "This historic moment of victory for the student people movement has presented us with a golden opportunity to stand by the oppressed. All must always be careful to make full use of this opportunity," he added. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court today upheld a High Court judgment that scrapped 5 labour law cases against Nobel laureate Dr. Muhammad Yunus, also the incumbent chief advisor of the interim government. A 3-member apex court bench headed by Justice Muhammad Ashfaqul Islam passed the order dismissing a leave to appeal petition filed against the High Court judgment. Senior advocate Mustafizur Rahman Khan took part in the hearing for Dr. Muhammad Yunus, while Additional Attorney General Anik Rushd Haq stood for the state. The High Court on October 24 scrapped the 5 cases against Dr. Yunus filed for allegedly violating labour law as the then chairman of Grameen Telecom. The state later filed the petition against the judgment. A few former employees of Grameen Telecom filed the cases with Dhaka 3rd Labour Court against 3, including Dr. Muhammad Yunus, on July 3rd in 2019. Dr. Yunus filed a petition with the High Court in 2020, pleading to quash the proceedings of the cases. The court, after holding hearing on the plea, issued a rule in this regard. The High Court on October 24 ultimately scrapped all the 5 cases. No illegal foreigners will be allowed to stay in Bangladesh, said Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Jahangir Alam Chaudhry. He was talking to journalists after a meeting today at the Secretariat over security of Christmas Day and 31st night. The Home Advisor said the government will be strict on the Christmas Day and 31st night to maintain law and order. No bar will remain open, he added. Earlier in a statement, the Home Ministry urged all foreigners staying in Bangladesh illegally to get legalized soon. Otherwise, legal measures will be taken against the illegal foreigners. The statement said many foreign citizens are illegally staying in Bangladesh. Plaque will be erected in memory of the martyred of July-August uprising and Shaheeds of 15 years. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman said this at a workshop organized by BNP Training Affairs Committee today. Tariq Rahman joined virtually the Rangpur Divisional Workshop on people's involvement and 31 points for repairing state structure.
স্বৈরাচারকে বিদায় করেছে যেরকম সকলে মিলে একত্রিত ভাবে স্বৈরাচারকে খেয়ে দিয়ে দিয়েছে, বিদায় করেছে, বাধ্য করেছে পালিয়ে যেতে সকলের মিলিত প্রচেষ্টায়, লক্ষ কোটি মানুষের মিলিত প্রচেষ্টায়। ঠিক সেইভাবে পরবর্তীতে দেশটিকে যদি গড়তে হয়, একক বিএনপি শুধু একা পারবে না দেশকে গড়তে। দেশকে গড়তে হলে, পুনর্গঠন করতে হলে আমাদের জাতিকে ঐক্যবদ্ধ করতে হবে।
BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said his party is fully ready for elections. He said BNP's acting chairman Tariq Rahman will come back home after legal procedures. Mirza Fakhrul Islam was exchanging views with the journalists working in UK's Bangla mass media last night, organised by UK BNP. President of the organisation M.A. Malik presided over the function. General Secretary of the organisation Koisor M. Ahmed was present. Mirza Fakhrul said the Awami League gradually started to destroy the country's old democratic institutions after assuming power in 2008. Three associate bodies of BNP, Chhatrodol, Jubodol and Swechhasevak Dol, organised a protest march today and submitted a memorandum to the Indian High Commission protesting India's interference in Bangladesh's internal affairs. The procession began from the BNP Central Office at Noyapolton and marched towards Indian High Commission, Dhaka. Before launching the march, BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi urged everyone to forget all differences and stay united to stop Indian aggression. Jubodol President Abdul Munaim Munna, Swechhasevak Dol President S.M. Jilani and Chhatrodol General Secretary Nasiruddin Nasir, among others, addressed the march. Chhatrodol, Jubodol and Swechhasevak Dol observed the protest march, citing grievances over the alleged attack on Bangladesh Eastern High Commission in India, the dishonoring of Bangladesh's national flag and conspiracies to incite communal unrest. Police blocked the procession near Rampura Bridge. Later, a 6-member delegation comprising the presidents and secretaries of Jubodol, Swechhasevak Dol and Chhatrodol submitted a memorandum to the Indian High Commissioner. And now international news.